Hello. I was resting my head. I'm sorry. That video went a little bit longer than it was supposed to. I apologize. It was kind of annoying. But anyways, there you go. Happy holidays. Woo-hoo.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Yes, happy holidays. And if you don't celebrate holidays, have a nice day. So,
Yeah. Yeah. We're here. This is the holiday show. That was supposed to happen yesterday, by
yeah.
the way, which was my fault. I worked a 13-hour shift. So I went in yesterday at 5 p.m. because Staples are getting brand new registers. So you had to be there overnight for the process because somebody has to be in the store with them, right, when they're installing all this new stuff or whatever. So they didn't end until 6 a.m. that morning, yesterday morning. So we still had to be there for when the opening people walked in because they're going to be touching the registers for the first time. So they had to be able to open the store. Someone's got to show them. Who? Me. So I slept in my car for 2 hours in the parking lot. Me and the manager, we slept in our cars for 2 hours. And then we went back into the store for 8 a.m. And then I pretty much left, I think, around 10:45. But I get paid till 12 for 4 hours. So I have a lot of overtime. That's 9 hours of overtime. So I was tired. So by the time I got home, plus I can't go home. I have a hair appointment in Pittsfield in town at 12 o'clock. So I'm like, oh my God. So I sat around in the parking lot reading for another hour and a half before I went and got my hair cut. Didn't get home until about 1:30. And then I finally went to bed at 2? 2. And when I rolled over and looked at the clock, it was already after 8 o'clock. And I'm just like, I can't do a show now. I'm just going to have to do it tomorrow. So I apologize. I really do. I'm still tired. I'm still recuperating, but yeah, I'm here.
Yay.
So I know we got some people watching. My aunt is here. Valerie is here. Hi, Brian and Dan. Oh, I can bring these up. Hello. Welcome.
Howdy, y'all.
Yes, my other aunt is here. My aunt Steph, that's my cousin's. That's her daughter's Facebook account. If I didn't tell you that already, Amber. Anyways, my grandmother's here, who currently is in South Carolina visiting her uncle. She just came back from Florida to visit her daughter down there, my aunt. So she did 6 weeks and 6 weeks, I think it is, or something like that, or 4 and 4. I don't know what it is, but yeah. And then pretty soon she'll be heading back home so I can see her. So I haven't seen her in a while.
Well, she's a nice area. Hopefully, it's warmer than it is here.
A little bit warmer. I know that my sister lives in North Carolina. So I know she was getting some cold spells, but it's been in like the 50s or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at 3 to 5 inches of snow tomorrow.
Yeah, we're expecting some here too. So it's been a really weird December so far with the temperatures all over the place. But yeah.
Yeah, yesterday was in the 60s here.
Mm-hmm. Same here.
Yeah.
We were out doing stuff. And I was in my shorts. I'm like, this is not Michigan in December. But today it was very, very much Michigan in December because it's freezing out there.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's cold out there right now. It's in the 40s. So, yeah. But snow's coming. Yes.
You live in Pittsfield, you live in you work in Pittsfield?
I work in Pittsfield, yes.
Okay. I'm writing on my book that I was working on through November, and I'm finishing it. I'm really close to the end of the actual book. I did 60,000 words in November, so I definitely achieved my goal, but it wasn't done. So I'm still writing on it. And the book ends at a big like county fair summer festival thing in the county they're in the story. And I thought, well, I'm supposed to know a little bit about the origins, the 100 years ago when this was first happening and all. So I wanted to research about county fairs. What was it like back 100 years ago? It was like when they started. And I went through several, we went to the Smithsonian, and Smithsonian said the first county fair started in the United States of America in downtown Pittsfield, Massachusetts.
Really?
Yeah, it was a
Very
livestock show.
interesting.
That's all it was a livestock show. They brought in mostly pigs,
Yeah. Yeah.
but they had livestock there, and that was the first one back in 1840 something, I believe. And so that's what started the whole county fair thing. That's a very American thing, actually. I didn't realize how much we had it here. What we think of as county fairs is definitely an American tradition. They have had fairs and livestock shows stuff for centuries in Europe and other parts of the world, but what we think of with the big, carnival and the fair and all that, that's American. And it started in Pittsfield.
Well, what do you know? Pittsfield's got to be known for something good, right?
Yeah.
I think that Pittsfield is also known for the first baseball game.
That would make sense. And
it made the news. It was in the newspaper that a child was reprimanded or something for hitting a ball with a bat and breaking a church window. So it made the newspaper. So that was the first instance of someone swinging a bat at a ball, I guess, or something. So it was baseball or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. But yeah. So Pittsfield is known for other things.
when I read that, I'm like, wait a minute, I know about that place.
Yeah.
I knew you didn't live there. You live in Adams, right?
I have lived in Pittsfield. Yeah, I grew up in Pittsfield. I'm not originally from Massachusetts, but yeah, I've lived in Pittsfield. So, yep. But I live in Adams, yes. Yep.
So, but yeah, I read that and I was just like, hey, I gotta bring that up. That was kind of neat. That's found that out. It was a pig show to begin with, to be honest. That was the main thing. With a grand prize of $70 for the winner, which in 1840 would have been a lot of money.
How much money?
$70.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, that was a lot of money.
So,
yeah.
I haven't yet talked about my book publicly, about what I'm writing, and it's because it's kind of a rewrite of an older book of mine, one that actually was published. So I wanted to get more finished with it and feel I'm ready to talk about it. So I thought something else I could talk about tonight is kind of reveal what book I'm working on. So I am, for National Novel Writing Month this year, I chose to do a reboot of my book, The Crystal Needle.
Oh.
And that was my first self-published book I did 10 years ago. And it was the first book I decided to write and publish after the big ugly debacle with that fraudulent publisher that suckered me back 14 years ago. And I wanted to self-publish. I'm going to put something out, self-publish it, and I put out my Crystal Needle. But at the time, I had no real experience in the publishing world. My only experience was with bad people. They taught me nothing but what I shouldn't look for in publishers. I did learn from them what not to have, but how to do a book properly, how to edit it properly, how to, promote it. I had no clue what I was doing. So although I love the story for The Crystal Needle, and the first book is wonderful, it definitely is a rougher, lower quality of my work because, again, it's much earlier. So I decided to take some time and write the story, staying faithful to the story itself, but write it with a new writer's eye, how I've progressed. And I think it's way better. I'm not done with it yet, but when I'm ready, I'm probably going to self-publish it again because that's how it started. But it'll be for a lot of people, it's going to be a fresh new book.
Well,
And a lot more people I know are
Right.
part of this now. Like Brian Shepard makes an appearance in the book, and a lot of new people I know make an appearance. This is maybe the first book that Brian is going to be mentioned in that Sherry isn't. It's just exciting. So, you in this one, you're a history professor at not professor, history teacher at a high school.
Oh, how interesting. I love history, so that fits very well. So, oh, fantastic. Um, I've already shared this, so if people can like and share this with some people, we've been sitting steady at 3 people. I think my 2 aunts and my grandmother are the only ones who are watching this. I've shared it. I've liked it. I don't know what more I need to do. Yeah, let's go here. What's happening? I know it's an unusual time for us. It's a Friday. It's not usually a Thursday. Oh, that's right. My sister's working, so she's not going to be able to watch Heather. So a shout out to her. Uh, what
I'm, I'm sharing it over to my author page on Facebook.
Okay.
And I'm sharing it as well. Unfortunately, yes, when you change times, people are unable to or lose track of fact you're supposed to be live.
I know. I'm sorry, people. All right. I'm sorry, okay?
It's a holiday special. This isn't the regular show, anyways.
That's right. I can do whatever I want.
So, how has your Christmas season been going, other than insanity at work?
Actually, it's been pretty slow for the holiday season. Some days are more steadier than others. Like today, we were busy. So, yeah. But it's also that like crunch time before the holidays are here next week. We're also getting, the possibility of 3 to 5 inches tomorrow. So I doubt very much it's going to be busy tomorrow, but you never know. There are some crazy people.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately. But, yeah.
I've had one of the busiest Christmas seasons I've had in a long, long time. Already this year, between Thanksgiving and now, I have been either hosting or attending a Christmas party. I've done 5 so far, and I've got another one tomorrow evening. It's the last one before Christmas, and Christmas is going to be the calm time because that's going to be at home with just the family. But I've had so many things I've been doing and events I've been at. And plus, I had a book signing stuck in the middle of all that. So it has been very chaotic for my fun. I've had a lot of fun, but chaotic. It's like my book signing happened on the same day as the last Christmas party I was supposed to be going to. And so I got home from Toledo, which is an hour away from me. Got home just in time to grab what I needed to grab for the white elephant thing we were doing and rushed off to this person's party. I'd already been all day book signing, it's an energy sucker. Doing these things, you have to be on and so attentive. You're mentally you drained. I can go there to a Christmas party until 11 o'clock at night. I was worn out. I'm not doing that again. So, but for me, it's been event after an event after an event, and so it's been kind of fun. Started off with right before Thanksgiving, I ended up in downtown Detroit, where a group of friends wanted to go and see the Christmas tree lighting in Detroit, which they have downtown right in the middle of the square. And it was very pretty, very packed. And then we went to a little specialty restaurant in one of the business buildings for dinner that night. And it got a little bit scary because we had it's a big event. So there's lots and lots and lots of people. And I'm okay in crowds. This was more than a crowd. So I got a little uncomfortable with that, just personal space kind of stuff. So when we got to dinner, I was okay. It's a little Mexican restaurant, Tex-Mex, really nice. But this same day was the day they handed down the verdict on the Kyle Rittenhouse case. And so that comes out, and I'm not commenting on that, but I'm in downtown Detroit. And halfway through dinner, we're hearing people screaming and yelling and people running through the streets, and we're like, we all walked like 4 blocks from our car to this location. If something's stirring, people doing stuff that I don't want to be involved with, I don't know where I'm going because we're literally in the thick of it. And so that calmed down for a second. And someone at the restaurant said, "Oh, I think there was just somebody had a fight outside, right outside the restaurant here." And we're like, "Okay, we're all right." And then 10 minutes later, another major crowd of people are running, and this one's bigger and they're louder. And I'm like, "Okay, this is worrying me. I want to get home safely and away from any kind of problems." And so the restaurant actually had us stay a little longer so they could check it out and kind of see what's going on. And it calmed down. It really calmed down outside. And so we were like, okay. They said, it looks like nothing's going on. So we walked outside. We walked outside to a wall of police officers. And what had happened was that several teenagers, after they broke up they have like music and ice skating stuff middle for the event, that had ended. And there's teenagers started yelling gunfire. Like someone had shot, they were saying somebody had shot a gun. No one had. They were just doing this to stir up the crowd, cause people to get animated. And I very much like the Detroit police chief. He's very good because he said it doesn't matter what's happening in the news. We're not letting this city burn. We're not letting this city go up with craziness. You can protest, but we're going to keep things under control. We don't want people hurt. And he has been absolutely 100% on it. And so we walked outside, and those police officers were like, okay, we've had a tonight curfew. If you're under 18, go home now. And I mean, if you were a kid, they were walking up to you going, okay, you're under 18, we're asking you home right now. So they just absolutely got control of the situation and calmed it down right away. And so we walked over. There's a Q line, which is a little transit thing in town. And they had the last tram going, so we were able to get to our block and get to our car. No problems. So I was really very happy to see that they were very much on it. And they were very vocal, too. I said, what happened? They said, this is what happened. This is what was going on. Really didn't happen. Everything's good. But we're now cleaning it out. No kids because they were causing the trouble. They were the ones who started the fight. They're the ones who did the yelling about the gun. It's like, they were, okay, that's it. You all just lost your privilege to be out here because you're causing problems. Go home. And they did it. So I was very happy about that. But for a little bit there, I was getting scared. I was not happy. So otherwise, but fortunately, my fear was nothing because it turned out to be a great night. We had a lot of fun outside of the moments of fear.
Well, that's good. I don't know what I would do if I was in the middle of something that I don't want to be part of either.
Yeah.
So,
as I said, I don't care whether or not I agree with something. If you're rioting, if you're turning over cars and burning places down, you've crossed the line. I personally don't think that's appropriate, and I don't want to be in the thick of it. So
I don't know.
Otherwise, we've had a great season. We've had snow twice already this year for us, and that's still something I love. I grew up without any snow in December, so now I get to have it. I know people who live in the north, in Michigan to New England, snow is not your best friend. I'm tired of it. To me, I don't care. When I see snow, my little kid, Oklahoma kid, turns on and goes, yay! Because I grew up without it. You saw snow once every 2-3 years. And it never lasted more than a day or two.
Right.
I can get tired of it. Every winter here, I love seeing it when it starts. I love when it's really pretty. And then after a couple weeks of it sitting in the ground, I'm like, okay, I want this gone. I can get tired of it, but I don't care. I'm not going to let myself get ennui about it. I don't want to just, or angry at it. It's going to snow. I'm going to enjoy it. Being angry about it or disapproving of it is not going to stop it. So I'm going to enjoy it.
Well, might as well if you want to, I guess. I don't mind it. I have no choice.
Yeah,
you have no choice. You may not like it, but it's coming. If you live in that climate. So, and we get all 4 seasons. So, and I ain't moving anytime soon. So.
I do get a good laugh. I have several friends here like, oh yeah, Michigan has all the worst seasons. We have a hard winter, we have a stormy spring, we have a hot summer, and I'm like,
Mm,
dude, you don't have a hot summer. It gets up to 85 here, and they're dying. And I'm like, I lived 115-degree weather in summer. 85 ain't nothing. And their spring stormy. Come on, Oklahoma. I tried to kill me every spring. Their seasons here for spring and summer are so nice.
mm,
Winter, it can get hard. Winter can get pretty hard here.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Speaking of winter, I hate shoveling and driving in it from my aunt. Yeah, well,
I can understand that.
nothing you
I,
can do about that.
I do. I am. I don't say the word privileged. I want to say I'm just. We are blessed that the neighborhood association we're involved with here. One of the few things they actually do is they pay for a plowing service when it snows. So our road is always clear, and because they are so adapt to snow and ice up here, they already have the roads prepped and ready, and the main roads, the cities and counties all take care of. So for us, driving in it is never a big problem unless you go out right after it happens because they haven't had a chance to plow it yet.
Mm,
Otherwise, you just wait a couple hours. The city will have the main roads plowed. Your neighborhood has your road plowed. You're good. Um, your driveway and your walkways, no, and that's where we have a snow blower and shovels and me and Dad. No, I don't care for that. That I can do without.
yeah, unfortunately, I have to shovel, so we do have a snowblower. But yeah,
Again,
yep.
that's still new to me. I never had to shovel snow in my life till we moved up here. With you there. I'm sorry, I don't know what.
Hate shoveling and driving in it, so she agrees.
Okay, yeah, with you there. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
a question. It was an agreement. Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. So we already know what you've been up to since the last time we had a show,
Hmm.
which you were not on the last show, by the way.
I know.
But you're with us now. We're closing out the season, the end of the year. Christmas is next week. For crying out loud, oh my God, it's next Saturday. So do your shopping now. The window for shopping, folks, for shipping is closing.
Yes.
So make sure to do your shipping if you're shipping anything now. Don't wait. I work at Staples. I should know. We do shipping. We do UPS. So we have those dates already posted for people. Do it now. Don't wait. But you asked about the holiday season. Besides, everything else. Christmas for me is just another day. So we'll probably do a dinner here. Christmas Eve, I believe. Christmas Eve, I have to work. But Damien and my mother-in-law will be at his sister's place for Christmas Eve dinner during the day, I believe. But I still have to work, so I will not be making that. I'll be missing Christmas dinner, but that's all right. We do it here at the house on Christmas Day. So, and then I watch, of course, the Disney Christmas Parade on TV. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm ready for the holidays. I think I've done all my shopping. I've done whatever I need to do. All my Christmas cards have been sent out. So yeah.
Well, Christmas was always a family gathering for us a lot of years, but where I lived growing up in Oklahoma, Stillwater is an hour away from Tulsa, which is about 3 hours away from Northwest Arkansas, and that's literally a cross section of where my grandparents lived for both sides of the family. So we were the one little family out here. Everybody was clustered around Tulsa for my dad's family or Northwest Arkansas for mom's family. So we always had to travel. And so I always remember growing up, my Christmas was get up in the morning, open our gifts at home, and then bundle up, get our stuff in the car, and go over to Tulsa. We'd have lunch with my dad's family, and then have Christmas there, and then we bundle up and head over to Arkansas, and we'd see my mom's family for a couple days, and then come home. That was always Christmas. And then we moved to Tennessee, and it kind of got lower because my brother and I grew up, so we didn't have much time to just get in a car and run. Now
Right.
in Michigan, even my brother's 8 hours away. So it's like holidays are kind of a miss with us for the family. My brother works with Verizon, so almost through Christmas, he's working the whole time. The day after Christmas, definitely working.
Yeah.
And then for us, it's like the rest of my family lives way further away than that. So Christmas Day to us is just our family who's in the house, and we just make a ham and watch Christmas movies.
Yeah.
Whatever. I do. Oh, thank God, I don't work in retail anymore. I'm sorry, Brian. I don't work in retail anymore, so
Right.
I get the holidays. I spent 12 years working every single Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, Easter, because where I worked, Blockbuster was open 365. And so on those days when everybody else is closed, we were there. And I was a top salesperson, so guess where I was at? I was at a register helping customers. And I always had the Christmas Day customers come in, their kids running around grabbing the games from the new game system they got, the parents standing up there paying out going, I can't believe you all are here on Christmas Day. This is just wrong. I'm like, well, if you weren't here shopping, we wouldn't be here.
Right.
They're complaining that we're open while they're using us because we're open. It's like,
Yeah.
Really? So,
yeah, I know it.
Yep. But now I'm in the self-employed realm, which doesn't make as much money, but means I can make my own schedule.
That is true. I wish that we were closed on Christmas Eve, but we are not. So whatever. I would have had Christmas Eve off, but he had me working Thursday instead of having Thursday off. What just happened?
What's going on?
I saw that. I don't know. Did you?
My lights go down?
And your other lights on your neck are off as well.
That is weird. My power just went way down. Huh. Freaky. There we go. Oh, fine. There we go.
Okay.
We've had more power problems here this year than any other since I've lived in Michigan. Our power has gone out for days on end. So with the snow and weather coming through, I am worried that we're going to have a power go out and it's going to be like below freezing.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to do that. But I also lost my lights here in the back because it's 10 o'clock. So that means every light in the house goes off. So give me 1 second here. I'm surprised that nobody else is watching. Where is everyone? I know it's kind of late, but we're only going to be on for a couple more minutes. We want to say, happy holidays to everyone. We wanted to give out some books. I want to give out some books, like literal books.
Yeah.
And have them shipped out to people. So maybe I'll still continue to do like a book giveaway even after the show, I think maybe. I don't know. We'll get maybe more of a response that way too. Any of Dan's books we're giving away. So
yep.
Yeah. I will ship it straight to your house. Look at that. You don't even have to worry about shipping.
It'll be taken care of.
Yeah, happy holidays to us. How many books are we talking here? Because you have a lot of books that you have written.
Well, I have available right now.
Yeah, quite a few books.
I have in print. I have 12 books.
Oh, 12. Okay.
12 books that are in print. I have more books like I talked about before about my crystal needle and all. It's technically in print, but it's kind of out of print. You can order it from I think Barnes and Noble right now, the old version, which I wouldn't recommend because I'm doing the new updated, and that has a sequel which I will also update as well. So those are two that are kind of out of print, and I have some more anthologies and stuff I'm involved with. I say I'm in other books, but more here and there. But yeah. anything on my page. Let's see if I'm going to grab this. Come on. I'm going to paste into here a link to my author page on Amazon, where you can find any of my books, and they make great Christmas gifts. And a little, I love saying this, I say it every year, but it's still true, is if you have somebody on your Christmas list that you want to give a very simple gift to that's inexpensive, grab an ebook off of Amazon, and you can have it emailed directly to them from Amazon the moment you buy it, with a little message you can write in the box there that says Merry Christmas or Happy Kwanzaa or whatever you want to put on there, and let them know you're giving it. And for 99 cents, you can give them a book. It costs more to get a digital card from places like Hallmark to send, and instead you're sending them a book. And anybody who has a smartphone, a tablet, a computer, anything can read them because the Kindle app is free. So whether or not they have a Kindle, you can give them a Kindle ebook, and they can still read it as long as they have a device to read it on. So if you're still on stretching to figure out a Christmas gift, especially for those people that are like just coworkers or distant relatives that, I just want to give them something simple, not like a really thoughtful big gift, this is great. Or if you know somebody who loves reading, I mean, come on, perfect. And you can pick out any of my books, and they're not all 99 cents, but like Winter Wizard Chronicles is only 99 cents right now as an ebook. That makes a great Christmas gift because it's all one book. You don't have to give them 3 or 4 different volumes in the whole story. It's all together. So that's my little promo there. So,
and you got the books behind you there. You know, the Dragon Wand series there, and all together. I mean, not all of them are up there. There's more than 3.
I've got 5 books out for this series right now.
Yeah, yeah. So that's interesting. You also have, like you mentioned, the Winter Wizard Chronicles, 1 book, which there is technically 2, but you don't want that one. You want the Chronicles. That's the one you want.
Yep, that has both of them in it.
That's right. Yes.
So
makes more sense, right? Not to say the Winter Wizard shouldn't be read, but you get to read it in the Chronicles. So yeah, just get the Chronicles. It makes more sense. Earth's Last Starship.
That's also 1 book. Now it has a sequel coming out, people. It does have one, but the first book is a complete story. So you have that one.
Yes.
And if you're wanting a print copy, you might ask Brian how you can win one.
Yeah, absolutely. Earth's Last Starship. Yeah, everybody should have that. Everybody should have every book. Pretty much. And I recently found out, speaking of, the Kindle and the ebooks and whatever. So on Amazon, if you do have books, authors have books on, like you do, you have the e-reader version, the Kindle. But like for me, I have a Kindle Unlimited subscription. So I get to read all these books, for free. So if there's a book that an author has that's for free, the author still gets paid from what I'm told, even though you're borrowing the book. So I always was concerned that I wasn't helping the author, and come to find out you do get paid. So that I was very relieved to hear that. So
I'll explain a little bit how that works. Just borrowing the book straight up without reading it doesn't do anything for the author. If you borrow it and then return it, it doesn't show up on my end that you did anything. You have to actually read it, which Kindle counts like as you're scrolling through pages and you do 50% done, 75%. It actually pays per page read. So if you read the book, the more you read of the book, the more money I get out of that. And in fact, I know authors who make almost all of their money off of the Kindle Unlimited program, because there's a fund that Amazon puts out just for the authors that is massive, and they divvy it up between the authors based on how much of the percentage of reading was done by people of your books. And there are people who really, really push that. I haven't found a market yet in my books for that to really, land and focus on that one. But if you are a Kindle Unlimited reader, borrow and read the books. I do get money for that, so go for it.
Mm.
There was a period of time when they first introduced Kindle Unlimited where there was a whole bunch of people who figured out how to scam the system. And it made Kindle Unlimited pretty much worthless for me. It's one of the reasons why originally I didn't get into it, because people were scamming the system. Kindle Unlimited first counted only if someone reads the whole book. And so there was people, and most of them were from Asia, that were doing this. They'd go on there and what they called, we termed them scam flips, like pamphlet. They would put a book on there that was exactly 2 pages long. The first page was the cover. As soon as you clicked to open that and you saw the second page, oh, this is nothing, you return it. You've just read 100% of their book, technically, by the computer standards, because you read all 100% of the pages, all one of them. And so they would put on tens of thousands of these on Amazon, and people were getting scammed by borrowing these books and then going, oh, it's just one page, and returning it, not realizing, the person isn't hurt. Amazon wasn't hurt that much, but us authors, we weren't getting any money because they were taking it all. But they changed to amount of pages, so that one page is worth very little. That killed the scamflet program. So I was really glad about that. So originally I was against Kindle Unlimited because there was no way it was helping me. Now they've made it much more reasonable. So I'm glad they've done that. So if you are a Kindle Unlimited person, borrow away.
Absolutely. I love borrowing books. I borrow them all the time, but it's good to know that me reading them completely helps them. So, yeah. Good to know. Good to know. So, yeah. And besides the borrowing, when you finish it, make sure you leave that review. I know that it automatically comes up unless you skip it, which you shouldn't. Rate it, give it a 5-star. They still get the star ratings, even if you don't leave a descriptive review. But I still implore people to leave that review, good or bad. But make sure you put the reason why you're giving it, the amount of stars you are. Authors learn from that,
Yeah,
maybe for the next book or something,
Amazon now has that rating system, which it used to be just reviews, but now it's just a rating where you can just slap a 5-star on there and walk away. If people want to put a 4 or 5-star rating without a review, I actually would prefer that over a review, because if you put a gushy little, I just love this book on there, that doesn't tell readers much at all.
Right. Yeah.
So it's okay. We don't need that. In fact, people will look at those, and I've heard this before. Oh, that was just somebody's friend. Oh, that was their mother. I hear people say that.
Yeah.
So I'd rather be an anonymous 5-star than be a 5-star with a little one line of, oh, this book is so great. But if you give a 3-star or lower, please tell me why. That way I can improve. So if anybody, not just me, anybody, if you're going to leave a 3-star or lower review on Amazon, make sure to say why you're leaving it at that level. If it's 4 or 5-star and you don't want to write something, that's fine. I feel like that's okay. So, and I've had a lot of people leave 1 to 3 stars on there without putting anything down. I'm like, it's not that I'm insulted that you've left the 1 star, although it does sting a little. I like to know why. And although you get a lot of 1 stars of, I don't like science fiction. Well, why'd you read Earth's Last Starship? Don't give it 1 star because you hate the genre. But that's a whole other can of worms right there.
Yeah, but still, yeah. Well, I mean, I usually leave just a 5-star when I don't really know how to describe the book, I guess, or whatever. I just leave 5 stars. So at least I'm contributing in some way. I'm not sitting there typing. I just sat there for 2 hours reading your book. I'm done now. I don't feel like writing anything. So I'll just give you 5 stars.
Yeah. That's fine. As I said, one of my worst, I hate more reading a gushy, nothing review as averse to a 1-star, I hate this genre. Both of them are pretty much equal in my mind because I hate this genre. Well, then don't read it.
Mm.
At the same time, oh, I just love this author. His books are great. That sounds like you're their best friend. That doesn't sound like someone who's legitimately reviewing a book. And people get that 5-star suddenly becomes nil in the mind of someone looking at reviews, because they'll just bypass it. Oh, okay, their buddy left that. I'm going to the next review.
Mm.
So you're not helping. You really aren't helping when you do that.
That is true. That is true. So this is it. This is it until next year.
Yep.
So no more. Christmas is coming. New Year's Eve, is coming the following week. And then, it's going to be January. So, yeah, I don't know when we're coming back, but we're coming back.
I'm working on some clever plans for next year. Brian has as well, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
I've used some of my connections at these Comic-Cons to try and get some people to come on. So hopefully we'll have some people, some actors and artists come on that will be fun to talk to and learn about. But I have to talk to their managers or they themselves and work some stuff out before I name names yet.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. We have a lot of things going on for next year. So trying some new things, talk to some different people. Everybody knows how it usually goes. So, yeah. Yep. That's how it's going to go. So I don't think anything too much is changing. I just need to figure out when we are returning. That's all. And I'm pretty sure that everyone will know as soon as we figure it out. That we'll post it on Facebook. So yeah.
Yep.
That's what's happening. So yeah. Yep.
Well, anything more for tonight?
No, I'm just going to say that I will be doing some book giveaways. I'll be posting it so people can find out how they can win a book of Dan's, and I'll just have it sent straight to your house. Our gift to you, right? So, yeah. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all that good stuff.
Yep.
However you want to say it. Happy New Year. We won't see you until next year. So 2022, I can't believe it. We'll be here sooner than you realize. So yeah, that's it.
Feliz Navidad, Herr Noel, Frohe Weihnachten, Merry Christmas.
All that good stuff. Yes. Thanks for watching and participating and talking. My family are all here. I will see and talk to everyone, I'm pretty sure, soon. And that's it. Oh, Merry Christmas. Yes. Happy holidays to everyone. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all as well. Yeah. So that's it. Are you doing anything that we should know about before the no more shows for yourself or anything like that?
I'm pretty much off for a while, and I'm going to just take some time, have holidays. I've had a lot of stuff to prepare and get ready in our game. It's all set in motion, currently running. I'm writing my own book and just taking time off.
Yes. So, yeah. All right. Well, there you go. That's what I'm going to do as well. Well, with a little work mixed in with it. But, yeah. All right, everyone. Goodbye.
Good night, everybody.
Yes.